Hello guys, and welcome back to Exit or Die, the no bullshit podcast for founders, investors, and the whole startup ecosystem. Today, I'm joined by Seva Ustinov, founder and CEO of Plurio, an AI platform designed to turn performance marketing teams into AI-first organizations. After more than 20 years in performance marketing and building a marketing agent, over 100 employees and over 50 million in revenue, Seva realized something very frustrating. Teams often knew exactly what to do, but execution was very painful and slow. That insight led him build Plurio, an AI agent that automates marketing workflows, detects signal earlier and faster, and lets teams act days faster, which in some cases can change the customer acquisition costs by 40%. Today, we will talk about agentic workflows, AI-first teams, and why marketing operations might soon be run more by machines than humans. Seva, welcome to Exit or Die.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for having me here. Pleasure to talk to you.
Perfect, Seva. Great to have you here as a guest. I would say we directly start into the topic. You spent nearly 2 decades building a marketing agency with over 100 people and hundreds of projects. What was the moment when you realized that the real bottleneck was not strategy, it was execution speed?
So actually, there were two steps. Like first, after the agency, we launched marketing data platform. I thought that the bottleneck is in collecting the right data. So once you have actual full funnel data and attribution and understand the true performance of each of your channel, campaign, creative, ad sets, product, country, everything, with the right data, people will for sure make better decisions and know how to manage their ads and user acquisition in general. That happened to some extent, but then I literally saw the next problem or next bottleneck there. Some of our customers, they actually spend like 4 hours per day looking at dashboards, analyzing what's going on there, and changing something in Google Ads, Meta Ads, and so on. That was literally like half of their job to babysit hundreds of thousands of ads running at the same time. So I was hoping it become possible someday, but last year agentic AI came, Cursor, Cloud Code, new models, and that was like an aha moment. Okay, not now we can do it. I'm not sure how exactly yet. That was an exploration process, but I saw that okay, like it's possible to automate at least that part of work completely.
Yeah, you already mentioned the dashboard. So most marketing teams still rely on dashboards, spreadsheets, and manual processes. Why do you believe this model is fundamentally broken?
Professionals building dashboards, they truly try to make it actionable, so you can just take a look, see like green, red, yellow signs, and know what to do. But that's not how it works in reality. In reality, you see that this campaign is doing well. Maybe we should scale it. But before that, we need to check like what's going on with the ad sets inside that campaign. What is going on with creatives? Is something started to burn out? Is it an outlier with just from like it's in green because of just one sale? And simple action converts to like 5 minutes on clicking through your dashboard and to double check things to make sure. With agents can do all of that for you and like double check things and say like I am sure, but this is the right action. Also, there's the second part of this dashboard usage. Like, yes, there are a lot of regular tasks, like optimize budget, reallocate something somewhere. That's regular things, and we can talk about automation of that. But then there is like an explorative, creative part of the process. Like if you oversee hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in ad spend, you'll have some intuition about like which kind of targetings work better in general or in specific cases, which funnels or like bring in higher quality lead types or customers with higher LTV, something along those lines. And say, okay, like, can I check the data like behind this idea? What's actually going on there? And with dashboards, some things you can do, like click, filter, but only things that were specifically built in and designed by somebody who built the
Mm.
dashboards. With agents, you can ask it like, "Hey, I want you to check like this idea. What's actually going on across like different types of regional targetings?" The agent will do that. So I see such a relief in the eyes of heads of performance marketing when they realize they don't need to put a task. They don't need to wait for a week for somebody to build a custom report for them. They can just like go with the flow with their agent, talk to it for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 hours to explore everything they wanted to explore but couldn't.
Yeah. So the workflow is way smoother than before. You save a lot of time, and you already mentioned AI tools. And what is the difference between AI tools and AI first teams?
This is a huge topic. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
AI tools, first of all, like AI tools are evolving. Everybody knows ChatGPT, just chat
Mm.
to talk to. Then there was like an era of projects, like advanced use of AI meant that you've created a lot of projects, uploaded like context and instruction to it, and you have separate project and separate maybe thread for each of your questions. So the agent has the context there. Then became an era of Cursor or Cursor-like tools where you store and reuse your context for across time and built on
Mm.
top of that. So you ask your agent to hey, go use our project context, business context, product description, marketing funnels, and now like create a new landing page for me, landing page structure or
Mm.
something. And over time you build more and more context and the better outcomes you can get from the AI. And you can still track like what exactly is going on, what it's doing, what is changing, what produce. The next era is like generally speaking, right, it's like Claude Code style
Mm.
work where you don't look at what it's doing, you don't look at even at the files and structure as creating. You just like say you just ask your agent like, hey, go do this thing, and by the way, like you know where the context is stored,
Yeah.
and it will like
Um,
go for minutes and make it over time.
yeah. Mm. So what do you think? So what actually changes inside a company when AI agents start handling the operational workload?
So we've been ourselves as an organization on this path for over a year now. I mean, like actively mm, retooling and changing processes and team structure and everything. And step one, we used to have a role of like sales assistant, somebody who collects data to prepare for sales call, updates, things after calls, and so on. That role is gone. Now, like everything except actual sales calls is done with AI inside Cursor, inside Cloud Code, or now like we play with OpenClaw a little bit. Step two, again with examples from the sales team, we
Mm.
used to have two account executives, me, my co-founder, and two account executives. One of them decided to leave at some point, and I'm like, do we actually need another salesperson? Like, if offers preparation, meeting follow-ups, research of everything. Like we've built a system where every chat, every email, every call transcript, every document related to a customer is stored inside our like company, like second brain. So any kind of preparation takes like one prompt and 90 seconds. So like lead qualification, like whatever you can
Everything.
imagine, repetitive work, except for actual calls. So now, instead of having multiple people in same roles and assistants, we have fewer people in the same role, and also their work transitions changes first a little bit, then a lot, into people managing those agents. And like it sounds like a fancy word, like managing agents. What exactly does
Yeah.
it mean? It's really simple. You just like ask your cursor, Claude Code, Plurio, like the agent we build for marketers, to do something. It does, maybe with some errors, or you don't like the result. You ask it like, hey,
Mm.
next time take into account this and this. It produces the result you want. Yeah. Congratulations, you are managing an agent. You're improving it over time just by using it and giving it feedback.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. So now all roles slightly transition like more and more into this flow where instead of creating a task to another person in the company, delegating to someone, they just
Mm.
ask an agent, and if that's something goes wrong, they update the instructions. I believe this is how things will play out for most roles in most organizations over the next couple of years. Less and less assistants, less and less repetitive people in the same role,
Mm.
and more agents, workflows, and steering of those into the right direction.
Yeah.
But that's just layer one.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 I mean, it's the most important thing, or the best thing is is the execution part, right? Because you will be faster, you save more time, you save money. Teams will be smaller than before. So I think that's the core of AI agents, right?
For me, like I'm a AI B2B SaaS founder. For me,
Mm.
it's a huge question where this ends. Like, is how the role of B2B software companies changes. What do they actually provide that in-house teams with Cloud Code can do on their own? And I think it will gradually move to much more powerful and sophisticated tools. So yes, you can wipe code like a analytical dashboard for your ads data. Yes, you can run your Cloud Code on your analytical data to answer some questions. But let's say you want to run agents that build ML models that create automated rules to start scaling and descaling creatives at the right moment of time with the highest expected value from those actions.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I vibe code a simple version of that? Probably yes. Can I do it
Mm.
accurately at hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars of ad spend? Probably not. Next example is taking more responsibility. Like previously, the whole SaaS industry said like, hey, this is a tool, pay $20 per month per seat, use it, be happy. It's your responsibility what you do. We just make sure it works and doesn't break too often. Like that's not a value anymore. If people need tools, they just like ask their Cloud codes to build something for them. To some extent, of course, there are like complex systems and so on. But
Mm.
what I want to highlight, the real path to generate value for your customers now is taking responsibility for end-to-end workflows. So it's not like we're providing a tool that allows you to explore your ads performance. No, we're providing your tools, dashboards, workflows, and agents, and oversight of those agents that actually manage bidding and budgets and ad optimization better than you would with Cloud Code. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a new kind of value proposition. So we as an the product can actually take a whole workflow from your organization and be responsible and improve it. And that's not something SaaS founders are ready to do, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's talk directly more about Plurio. So you mentioned already a few things. Is that exactly what Plurio does instead of traditional marketing analytic tools can, or is there more on that?
So what we provide right now is like, let's say you're head of media buying team, performance marketing team, and you manage maybe an agency, a few in-house employees, and $1 million in ad spend. What we provide is first, it's a chat with access to your data platform and to your business context, and that acts almost like a junior analyst. And you can ask questions, get results, charts, reports, everything on the fly. It's not 100% accurate, but it's fast and it covers like 90% of your requests.
Crazy, yeah.
So that's just a value that unlocks your like possibilities, truly understand what's going on like, in your ads and sales funnels and performance and everything. Second part, workflows. So instead of looking at dashboards and making changes yourself, you ask an agent like, hey, do weekly budget optimization inside Meta. It does a work for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like if it's a huge account, and gives you like a prioritized list what exactly needs to be done and why, with all those checks and double checks, and you just click approve or change instructions. So instead of looking at dashboards for 4 hours per day, you can look at this thing for like 30 minutes once, and that's it. From there, we say like, okay, if you like this workflow and you like its recommendations, let's ask our agent to create an automation that will do that those changes automatically. And you'll still can like confirm the each action. And once you're tired of that because it just works, you can put in full auto mode. So and it actually turned out to be really important to make that transition gradual, because people also need to learn and adapt how the system works to be able to rely on it. So like it's just a chat, play with it. It's just a workflow. It recommends you something, like give you feedback. And now like it's a simple, no, not that simple, but it's a understandable automation. And this is like explanation for each decision. If you agree, approve. If you disagree, give feedback. And then like after a few weeks of moving through that learning process, people can actually understand what's going on and trust it and say like, okay, YOLO mode. I like all their actions. I don't want to oversee them anymore. So this is where we are today. Like today with our product, we can gradually automate the whole ad management part, like budgets, bids, stopping, relaunching things, like the most boring and time consuming part. And then we're moving to like next modules, which are even more exciting.
Yeah. I mean, we already talked about the speed, right? So you mentioned that the AI agent is faster and you can acting even hours earlier. And that means also that can change the customer acquisition cost dramatically, right? So,
yes, absolutely.
Why is speed such a decisive factor in performance marketing today?
Performance marketing, especially in Meta, TikTok, and like those discovery platforms, it's actually a huge auctioned marketplace where you compete with thousands of advertisers, including other categories, for the same people and their like screen time. So even today, like only 5% of your creatives actually will become winners. So only 5% of your creatives will actually make you money, and make most and most of your money will come from just a few of them. And then on top of that, each creative has its own lifetime. Like you launch it, the platforms learns on it, then you start to scale it, it generates value for you. Then it's like people starts to get tired of it. Creative fatigue kicks in. The performance gradually moves down, but then you can relaunch it for separate audience or later or somewhere like for another country, another product. And that happens at the scale of thousands creators at the same time. And they change, like you have new metrics every day, sometimes every hour. And we
Really?
work specifically with the segment of companies that spend money on digital ads and generate leads, signups, trials. What that means is that there is a delay. Like you show ads today, you have
Yeah.
leads today, you'll have sales in a week, you'll
Mm.
know LTV in a month. So what that introduces is like, okay, like this creative actually, like the performance is slightly going down, but maybe those leads will convert to paying customers. We should keep it. Like that's the logic inside people managing this thing manually, because they always have to wait and wait and wait to see the actual performance. While agents, they can build forecasts. They can uh, check what's the expected value of this action now compared to the 1 year of previous data. Like how would that play out
Yeah. Yeah.
previously on your account? So while people wait, they spend money on ads inefficiently. When they wait to scale, they lose new leads, paying customers, and revenue.
Mm.
When they optimize for like intermediate metrics instead of LTV forecasts, they attract wrong customers that will churn soon. All of that, like each of that thing can add like a few percent of efficiency here, there, but like it accumulates into huge numbers, like 20, 30, 40% of
Mm.
customer acquisition cost overpaid or revenue left on the table. Like that's real. And that's only the beginning. Like the more and more people, companies will use AI and automation to take actions more decisively and more accurately, they will just
Mhm.
outbid you in those auctions, and you won't have an access to the audience at all, like in a year or two.
Yeah, I mean, one good example from my side is the warm up phase of an ad, right? So you have to wait. The warm up is going for the ad number one, for example, slowlier than the other one for ad number two, right? And then you have to check manually. Okay, maybe what was the reason for that? And agents are faster, right? Because they can analyze that and can maybe work on that. And so, yeah, that's very interesting. And
Wait,
currently,
I love that specific example because like that was one of the first cases we wanted to automate completely. And I started running agents on the data and saying like, okay, if the new creative is this in this warm-up phase didn't produce any leads, at what point should we stop it?
exactly.
At $20 of ad spend, no, we kill
Yeah.
too many winners. Future at
Mhm.
$50, still no. We'll still kill some winners, and even just one winner will outweigh the whole ad spend for
Yeah.
tens of them. At
Yeah.
100, we still have a few winners, even there. So what actually worked in this case is to ask agent to run ML models with multiple parameters to understand the combination of ad spend and CPC and CPM at different levels of the ad spend that will definitely say like, okay, like the chances of this creative actually becoming a winner is
Mm.
like near zero. But those learning phases, like they are crazy, and you expect people to like make that decisions on the fly. Like, no, it's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the best point. We are hearing more about agentic workflows, autonomous AI systems. Do you think, are we moving toward a world where AI agents coordinate entire marketing operations?
I think the end play here is fully autonomous performance marketing teams. I mean, like completely. yes, we start with like the data-driven part where you have numbers, decisions, automation, but then we move to creatives analysis. Like we can actually analyze, like we're building this now, where we'll analyze your creatives, your competitors' creatives by hundreds of parameters, uh, figure out like the true drivers of what exactly works better in terms of catching attention and converting to high value, high LTV customers, and start generating like next best creative formula. So now you have this part automated, and that's like another third of the work just to like explore things and come up with the right ideas. Creative generation is moving fast as well. Same thing we'll do with all the like running ads playbook. Like what is the structure of our account? What kind of targetings do we use? What's how do we split between like experimental campaigns and evergreen campaigns? All of that can be analyzed by swarms of agents every night to extract insights that could improve your playbook. And then that playbook could be applied to your account first to control, first to suggest, then to control, then to implement. So we're moving to a world where the whole cycle of performance marketing is closed and automated. And then each part of that system is improved autonomously over time with more and more data from more and more customers. So at some point, we'll end in the world where AI agents that are built and improved by companies with access to a lot of data will be so much better than what you can come up with on your own, at least in performance marketing side. Like I don't have insights about like the brand marketing, viral marketing, but like in my area of expertise in performance marketing, 99% could be automated. I don't think it will happen in 1 year, maybe 2, 3. Like okay, between 1 and 5 is a reasonable expectation.
Yeah, and that's also very fast. And now we know that AI agents can do nearly everything. So what about the skills on the marketer side? So what skills should marketers focus on if AI is handling the execution layer?
I think the first like milestone is to excel at managing agents because like it's like new computer literacy, internet literacy. Like at some point, 20 years ago, people learned how to Google or in the right way, then how to use ChatGPT in the right way, and now it's time to learn how to maintain your own agents so that they like solve things for you. And like again, fancy words, really simple thing. Just give your agent the feedback and improve instructions gradually. That's it. That's the whole like agent training thing. Um, that's step number one. Step number two is like a meta skill of learning with AI. Like I remember times where like to truly grasp like a new type of skill or new area or new something, it took like half a year to read books, to Google and read papers, to maybe talk to other people about it, to do your own experiments. If you can with code, if you can like at least like with spreadsheets or something, to play with it a little bit.
It's more like learning why you when you use it, right? So that's
Exactly.
the
So
thing.
it's like I just want to highlight that like I believe it's extremely important. Yes, you can just like wipe work to the result, like just like don't make mistakes, continue until it's ready. But still, at least in the next few years, maybe more, if you want to do a great, not just good job, but a great job, you need to understand the key concepts, the criteria of success, the choices between different processes, like how this work can be done. Yes, agents will do that, but like you're still the ultimate responsible person for what's going on there. It's like a moving goalpost. Things that could be done just one shotted with generic agents, like it's not a value anymore. Anybody can do it. So where can you actually add value in your work? It's an
Yeah.
understanding next layer of the technology of work, like workflow efficiency. So you'll need to learn fast, and you'll need to learn fast with AI, using AI. And this is why I started like 10 years ago. It took like a few months to really grasp a new thing if you
Mm.
spend a few hours, like at least a
Yeah.
few hours per week on it.
Mm.
Now it should be done like in hours and days by asking the right questions, by asking AI to do experiments and MVPs and playgrounds for you. And then like say, okay, I explored these options, how to automate this. This is the right one. It's working. Yeah, let's move to the next thing.
Yeah, right. I mean, every company now says it's AI powered, right? So when someone is using ChatGPT in the team, then companies say, "Hey, we are AI powered." So, from your perspective, what's the biggest mistake teams make when adopting AI?
I think the biggest mistake is to think that if you use ChatGPT, like that's enough. That was enough year ago. Like this wave of adoption is about making AI systems, AI agents actually automate, actually like take some of regular workflows. It's
Mm-hmm.
meeting preparation, it's lead qualification, it's competitor analysis, it's creative analysis, it's reading your dashboards for you. So if you are not automating at least simple, repetitive parts of the work, then you're like behind the goalpost. You can do that with Claude Cowork. It's actually like powerful enough, but has really simple interface. You can do
Mm-hmm.
that with Cursor Claude Codes. Okay, they're like scarier because they were designed for developers, but they're actually like generic agents. In marketing, you can like in performance marketing, you can do that with us with Plurio. We'll give you interface, workflows, data, all of that, help you make it work, and teach you how to improve it over time and like deliver new modules over time. But like the biggest take here is moving from chatting and like using it as an advanced Google to actually automated big chunks of work. That's
Mm-hmm.
today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I can like give you a glimpse into what's coming tomorrow.
Very interesting insights. But what do you think? How do you move a company from experimentation to truly becoming AI native?
I've made that transition like a year ago. At that time, we were like a 30-person organization. It started with a few things. First, me as a founder, I started to play with AIs a lot, like
Mm.
at least a few hours a day. Lovable, Replit, Cursor, vibe coding some things, and then doing like actual work, like non-developer stuff as well, like any kind of knowledge
Mm.
work, creating a pitch deck, collecting the context about your company, and so on. So if founder or C-level doesn't do that themselves, it will be really hard to change the organization. And this is why so
Mhm.
many of my friends stay up till 3 a.m. playing with OpenClaw or something. It's not the most productive way of spending time, but it's needed to truly understand like what is it and how to apply it across your organization. Step two, we've done like 2 times a week on meetings with the leadership team and with the whole team. We spent like 15 minutes sharing our use cases. Like, what's the
Mhm.
new thing we were able to do with this tool or that tool with agentic AI? Third, we've created a thing called shared workspace. nowadays, I think it's called like company's second brain. So everybody, I mean, absolutely everybody in the organization has access to the same file structure across all departments. It's like a Notion or like a Google Drive, but with files on your computer synced between computers. And what it does is anybody can run an agent, Cursor, Cloud Code, Cloud Cowork, like whatever, any kind of agent, uh, to and this agent will have access to data and instructions and everything from everybody on the team. I saw a lot of organizations trying to implement AI within one department. Okay, this one department got advanced. Everybody else is still in the Stone Age. So, like, truly, truly, truly strongly recommend to do some kind of shared workspace, second brain, single point of entry to your AI stuff across the whole org. And then the key was to convert each key employee into like having its own aha moment. Like, okay, I tried to structure 100 resumes for this position, and the AI did it for me with my criteria, and we iterated a little bit, and now like I'm happy. Like, okay, this person is converted. They will try it on other things. With marketers, like, okay, I tried to tune this optimization workflow, and it actually started giving me like the right recommendations. Now I see how it saves a ton of boring and on time on boring work and frees up for fun time. So once everyone has that aha moment and use the shared workspace, and leadership actually understand with like firsthand how that works and play with it like every day, then it starts to compound because everybody in an organization contributes to this, like discovers new workflows, new automations, new way of doing things, and like it becomes like really like a slope to go faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely easier in smaller teams, in smaller companies. When we look to enterprises, then it's definitely something where the C-level has to move forward and take everyone with them to really go into the future, right? Because when you lose someone in the whole organization, then you have, I don't know, you have a leak there, right? Because then this one employee is in the Stone Age, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. I have a friend, he's a co-founder of a like 300-person company, still not that big. And he's like more in the strategic role than in operations. And he was wondering like, hey, do I really need to do this vibe code thing? Do I really need to play with it myself? As long as I understand like what's going on, sure, that's enough. He was like talking about it for a few weeks. And then one day he like tried it himself. And then he prioritize resources a little bit better in the like some task list that was actually used by half of the organization, just like old style and hard coded. And he's like, wow, his expectations change, his understanding of what's possible changed, his take, like he was not even in operational role, and he changed his mind like okay, I need to be in this myself because that changes everything about my organization. And this is the same thing I see with our customers, with marketing teams. Typically we have like some champion who's excited about this thing, and then we see a team of media buyers, marketers. They're like yeah, another AI tool selling us the future. But like you need leadership to not to believe, to try it themselves, to not to take it from others words, and then to like help everyone in the org to get to its own aha moment with agentic AI. This is how you do transitions.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's the perfect explanation for that. Yeah, Seva, now we are coming to maybe the fastest part of this podcast, the exit or die rapid fire. I'm not sure if we are faster than AI agents, but it's a quick fire round, 5 questions from my side, and 1 sentence answers from your side, please. Are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. My number 1 question is, what do you think is the most overrated AI buzzword right now?
Oh, that's the word agent for sure. Because
Yeah.
it makes it sound fancy when in reality it's a relatively simple thing to understand and to play with it. But it's truly fundamental, and it's so overhyped at the same time.
Mm. Yeah, then my second question is, one marketing metric founders obsess over too much.
Cost per lead, sometimes cost per customer. I don't know why is that, but in the Western world, people still ask their marketing teams to focus on cost per lead and think that like other teams will handle like the conversion to paying customers and so on. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
You need marketing to optimize for highest for ROAS and highest LTV customers. Otherwise, you're attracting the wrong audience.
Very interesting. One thing AI will replace in marketing first.
The management will be automated first. We're doing it right now. Like that's happening today.
Then one thing AI will never replace.
Taste, creativity, and deep understanding of things.
Yeah, there are humans needed in that kind of spaces. And yeah, the last one would be, if you were starting another company tomorrow, what would you build?
I mean, we just made a pivot a few months ago. I really like what I'm building today. Like we want to make, in the end, we want to make fully autonomous system that does best performance marketing in the world.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Seva, we are coming nearly to an end of the podcast. So far, very interesting insights, really great journey, what you have and what you had in the past. If you could give one advice to founders trying to build AI first organizations, what would it be?
Go try and do it yourself. Everything else will follow. If you're a solo founder, like you have no other choice. But if you're a founder of an existing company, you have a temptation to delegate this thing. That's not how it works.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so that's it for this episode of Exit or Die. Again, big thanks to you, Seva Ustinov, for showing us how marketing teams might evolve when AI becomes the operating systems. Do you want to tell our audience to the end? Anything what you want to mention?
Maybe just highlight that, yeah, we just rebranded to Plurio. We raised another 3.5 million in seed round. We are out of the beta phase. So like we're ready to automate your performance marketing with AI. So I'd be happy to talk to you personally if you manage like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in ad spend. We have cool stuff for you.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and my last message is, the real shift is not just smarter tools, it's faster decisions. That's it with this episode. See you soon, and thank you, Seva, for joining me.
Thank you.
Bye.